Okay, so in this video, you're going to learn how to create an Inventor nameplate. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Inventor and open it. And what will happen after I open Inventor and you log in using my credentials hanging on the wall, you are going to start a new part. So it takes a couple of minutes for this to load. We are going to start a new part here on the side. And in this example, we're actually not creating a base or anything. We are just going to go ahead and start with a two-dimensional sketch. And what you're going to see in my background is grid lines. If you want grid lines, you can add them, tools, application options, sketch, grid lines, or you don't have to. That's entirely up to you. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to hit this minimize, and I am going to go to Google. And I am going to search up Vicki logo. And I'm going to see a whole bunch of, Vicki's, some of it's spelled correctly, some of it's not. And I'm actually going to do Vicki logo name, kind of like I want this background. I want something like this here so I can create it and it can stand on my desk nicely. So I'm going to click on images here. And I'm actually going to go ahead and go with this one. And I am going to snip this so that I have this saved as an image. So I'm going to go to search. I'm going to click on snipping tool. I'm going to click on new. I am going to cut this out. You can see it's in a square, so I'm cutting this out. And then I am going to save this little save button here. And I'm going to put it in either my desktop or my desktop or my H drive. So I'm going to go ahead and title this Vicki 2 because I have a Vicki 1 in there already. Okay, and then I can exit this out. And I'm going to go back to my Inventor. You can see I have here on this other tab, I have Vicki 1. Looks pretty much the same. But I'm going to start this one from the beginning. So now I am going to bring in my image right up here at the top. I'm going to choose my desktop and scroll down until I see it. There it is. That's not the one that I just saved, but that'll work. Okay. And I'm going to hit open. And I'm just going to go ahead and place it onto the screen. Now, the biggest difference, I think, between this type of drawing and other drawings is you've been putting your other drawings onto a background. And this one, we're tracing it just as is. We still need to dimension it. So I'm going to go ahead and click dimension. This dimension is less than 2 inches. We want ours to be somewhere between 4 and 6. So depending upon how long your name is, that will determine how many inches you're going to pick. So I'm going to go with 5 right in the middle. And then I'm going to go ahead and dimension this guy over here. And I thought that would give me a problem. I'm going to hit cancel. Because it is a picture, it automatically makes my proportions proper. So I can't over constrain this. The proportions of this image should be 5:3 without making basically 3.5, without making it look distorted. So I'm just going to ignore that dimension on the side. It actually looks pretty good. Now what happens in this, which is different than the other items, is the only thing that's going to be seen is my silhouette of my name. So I'm actually going to start with arc, and I'm going to just go ahead and do some basic arcs here to begin with. Again, point, pull up just a little bit. You've got to make sure that the arc turns green, like the points here, as I'm doing it, turn green. It's okay if you're a smidge off. You don't want to be too off, though. That's going to make you have to overlap some things, and it's going to give you a bad result when you go to extrude it at the end. Now, as you're probably realizing, that wasn't great. So I'm going to hit the escape button, undo. As you're probably realizing, I'm pretty quick at this. This is going to take you a lot longer to do. I'm just going to get through this first part and then pause it until I do the second part, so you don't have to watch me do all of this. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pause, actually. Maybe. Maybe not. All right. Now that I have my entire silhouette, my original kind of the background part of the silhouette traced, I'm going to go ahead and hit Finish Sketch. Notice how it makes it into that isometric view. I'm going to pull it back out and I'm going to hit Extrude, and it's good. Everything came out, which is great. Normally we do 0.25, but in this example, we're going to go 1 inch because we want this to be bulky enough to sit on our desk. So that looks really good. I like that. That looks great. Doesn't look like anything just yet, but I promise you it will. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Start 2D Sketch again. And this time, instead of pulling my picture in from my desktop, I'm just going to right click on it, copy it, right click, paste, and there it is. Perfect. I don't have to worry about anything else. So in this next example, I'm going to go ahead and do the hot pink on the inside, and I'll be back. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this while I do that. Okay, so as you can see, I finished the next portion of my drawing. So what I'm going to do in this one, instead of popping it out, which I can do, I'm going to go up to Emboss, and I am going to stamp this in. I'm going to hit OK. And now when you see from the side, I've got my name. I can stamp this in. It's in cursive. It looks great. Maybe I don't like that. I can hit the undo button. And instead of stamping it out, I can extrude it out again. This time I'm not going to want it to be too much. I'm going to go 0.25, hit OK. For me, I actually think I like it the other way better. I like it stamped in. I don't like this view of sticking out. So I'm going to go ahead and emboss it one more time. Click, 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 stamp it in, and there we go. So once I'm done, I'm going to save this, which is exporting it, CAD format. I'm going to change this to an STL. I'm going to change it to Vicki nameplate. You will then log into your Google Drive and you will upload it to your drive and share it with me so I can print it.